Creating and working with page numbers. You'll notice that in the AU template there are different page number styles throughout the document. In some of the preliminary pages there are no page numbers at the bottom or the top, and in some of the pre-content pages there are Roman numeral page numbers at the bottom. And you'll also notice that on the main pages in the chapters the numbers switch to Arabic numerals, and the position of those page numbers also changes. The first page number in a new chapter or section with a major title, such as an appendix, has an Arabic numeral at the bottom of the page, and the second page of that chapter or major section still retains the Arabic numerals but switches the position of those page numbers to the top right hand corner and no longer includes the page number at the bottom. So in this tutorial we're going to learn how to insert page numbers and format them as we need. We're going to give one common example that students will encounter is if they need to add a new appendix. The American University template includes 4 appendices. So the student wants to add in a fifth appendix, evaluations of the survey that he or she used in her study. And the student brings this text down onto the next page, and here we can see there's a problem. We need to get this page number from the top down to the bottom center, just like we have in the other main appendice pages here. And to do this, we need to do something in Microsoft Word called a section break. If you go to the Page Layout tab, then you go to Breaks, and in this menu you select Section Break, Next Page. This will be similar to a page break in that it will move your text down to the next page. And at first we do not see any change, but we have to do some other minor revisions here to the formatting. The first thing is we have to open up the header, and to open up the header you can point your mouse anywhere in this top area where the header is and double click. And now we're in the header and we can scroll down and see the footer as well. And we can see that we have some sections here and they're numbered for you, so you know that you are in a new section. And each time you're in a new section you're allowed to modify the formatting without affecting the formatting above. When you double click in the header, this new design tab with options for the header and the footer and the page numbers opens up. And by default the formatting for section 3 is linked to the formatting for section 2. So even if we make some change here to this page number, and let's say we want to move it to the bottom of the page of Appendix C on this first page, and we hit delete, we will see that we unfortunately have deleted our page number for the previous section, and we don't want to do that. So the first thing we have to do is undo this link to previous. Link to previous is like a magnet between the sections. It keeps them connected, and we want to disconnect them. So now if we delete our page number at the top, you will see that our previous section's page number stays in place, which is what we want. Now we can go down to the footer. You can click anywhere in the footer, and we can see here it says same as previous or link to previous. That means that if we try to add in a page number here or put anything in the footer, it's going to appear previously here, so we know that we have to uncheck this link to previous. American University also requires a larger footer area. For the page number has to be above the 1-inch bottom margin, and to do that you can go up to the Design tab, and there's a section here that says Footer from Bottom, and you can just move that up to the 1-inch mark. Now we have to insert our page number. You go to the Page Number menu, and here we want to go to the bottom of the page. Select your location. We want it in the center, and you may or may not notice, but it looks like Microsoft Word gave us an extra line of space, which we don't want. So you can just use the backspace key or delete key to get rid of that. And now we have our page number that's just above the 1-inch margin on our screen. And we can close this header and footer, or you can click anywhere, double click anywhere in the main text, and it will bring you out. Now we can go down to Appendix C, and we see that on the first page of Appendix C we have our page number at the bottom. The student has a little bit more of a problem here because the survey continues on to the next page. And of course this could be probably formatted a little bit better, but for example's sake we will see that we need to create a new page number. And right now our page number continues down onto the bottom center. And we know that American University format requires that we put our next page number up here on the top right. And so to do that we have to add a new section break in, just like we did above. And we can add it right at the bottom here. We have to go back to the page layout tab, go to breaks, and do a new section break. Now on our next page we also have to uncheck these link to previous, and you can even jump to the footer very quickly with this option here next to the link to previous option. You can switch between the footer and the header that way, and do many other things in this toolbar. Now we want to get rid of our bottom page number, the delete key, and we don't need this extra bottom margin anymore, and we might want that space for our appendices, so we can move it back down to the default of a ½ inch. We can go back up to the top on the header here, and as you probably guessed, we can go to page number. Now we're at the top of the page, not the bottom of the page. And we can go to the right. Microsoft Word puts our page number a little bit high up, and to get it within one double space of the top of the text, we can just hit the Enter key a couple of times. And now our page numbers are formatted correctly. It's always a good idea to scroll up and down for a few pages and see if your formatting is intact with your page numbers, and also your margins and other things that you may have changed between sections. Everything looks to be intact. If, for example, we were in the preliminary pages and we wanted to add in a page number at the bottom, the principle would be the same, creating section breaks and adding in numbers. For example, just imagining that this page here was one of our preliminary pages and we wanted to add in a page number at the bottom. You can format your page numbers and change them back and forth between Arabic numerals and Roman numerals by going to the Format Page Numbers drop menu and the page number drop down menu. And there are some options here that are fairly self-explanatory. You can change from Arabic to Roman numerals. Most of the numbering in the American University template continues from the previous section, but at any point if you want to start at a particular section, you could, for example, on one of the pages in the pre-content pages, if you want to start at Roman numeral 2, you could do that. And of course you can change your margins and do all the same steps that we just went over in this tutorial. And you would have your Roman numeral here, and you would not have it back here. And that is how you insert page numbers and format them.